I? What about we?
Why are you wearing the hairnet? You're bald.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Jack the Monkey unexpectedly tilted his head and grinned right after Barbossa said his name. The reaction was a total coincidence.
Well, thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Not you. We named the monkey Jack.
In terms of endearment, Jack Nicholson improvised an unexpected moment during the beach scene by slipping his hand inside Shirley MacLaine's dress without warning her beforehand.
Ow! Ow! Oh, my head! Get it out of there! I can't! Get it out! Where?
In Hardcore Henry, the moment where Henry accidentally knocks a woman over on an escalator during a chase wasn't scripted. The extra missed her mark and was genuinely knocked down, but after checking that she was okay, the filmmakers kept the realistic mishap in the movie. In No Way Out, Kevin Costner improvised a moment where Farrell eats bugs off the windshield while driving to Chesapeake Bay. Sean Young had no idea it was coming, making her reaction completely genuine.
What are you eating? You're eating bugs?
I gotta have another one.
Oh.
In Mystery Men, a lighter accidentally exploded inside a prop trash can during a take. Paul Rubens' improvised reaction was so perfect that it stayed in the movie.
Excuse me.
In Splash, Tom Hanks improvised the gag where Alan presses the buttons on 2 elevators and sprints toward the one that arrives first. Ron Howard was initially unsure about it, but after audiences loved the joke during preview screenings, he kept it in the final film. When Kevin Kline's character in A Prairie Home Companion opens the bottle of champagne, it was director Robert Altman he hit in the forehead with the flying cork.
Get them all on the show. Sorry. We can...
In Thunderbolts, Ghost is seen casually walking away with Bucky's metal arm after the team's fight with the Sentry. That awkward moment wasn't scripted. Hannah genuinely forgot she was still holding it, and her confused reaction was so funny that it stayed in the final film.
Okay. We need a new plan.
In The Kissing Booth 3, Noah accidentally walked straight into a wall while leaving with Elle for their poetry reading.
Noah wants to read me poetry and tell me all about his feelings. So what?
Really? Is that what you want to go with?
As revealed in the hilarious end credit outtakes, the genuine blooper was so funny that it was kept in the final film.
Smooth move, bro! Smooth move! That should have been in the movie.
In Joker, the scene where Arthur punches the time clock off the wall wasn't scripted. Joaquin Phoenix spontaneously joked about punching out before knocking the machine clean off the wall, and the moment made the final cut.
I forgot to punch out.
He also accidentally shatters a historic porcelain toilet during a fit of rage in The Master. Neither he nor the director expected it to actually break. He also accidentally rips a sink out of the wall in Walk the Line, while filming a drug-fueled scene. It wasn't scripted either. In The Mummy, the scene where Benny loads a camel with gold only for it to refuse to move wasn't scripted at all. The animal simply wouldn't budge when Kevin tried to guide it, something that reportedly happened to him more than once during filming. In Lucky Number 11, Josh Hartnett pulled a prank by dropping his modesty towel just as Lucy Liu walked into the scene. Her surprised giggle was completely genuine, and the take was kept in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In Only God Forgives, one of the movie's most shocking insults wasn't in the script. The director asked Ryan Gosling to come up with the worst names he could think of, and the very first suggestion made it into the final film.
I'm an entertainer. An entertainer? And how many cocks can you entertain with that cute little cum dumpster of yours?
In Judge Dredd, Rob Schneider spontaneously broke into an impression of Sylvester Stallone during the trip to the penal colony, and the gag was funny enough to make the final film.
The law doesn't make mistakes.
You can't. Can you? Great.
Mr. I am the law.
Can't.
In Johnny English Strikes Again, Rowan Atkinson improvised a joke after the villain threw his empty gun at Johnny. The unscripted quip landed so well that it was kept in the final film.
Don't worry, he's only got 6 bullets in that thing. And of course, the thing itself.
In Shark Attack 3, John Barrowman improvised the movie's infamous flirtatious one-liner as a joke to lighten the mood on set. To his surprise, the filmmakers loved it so much that they left the ad-lib in the final film.
You know, I'm really wired. What do you say I take you home and eat your pussy? It was a joke to make her laugh. They left it in the frickin' movie. And I'm sitting with, and it's a movie that I could let my niece's nephew watch, and then all of a sudden Uncle John's going, what do you say I take you home and eat?
In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the scene where Rick Dalton flinches while testing a flamethrower wasn't acting at all. It was DiCaprio's genuine reaction to the intense heat, and Quentin Tarantino found it funny enough to leave it in the movie.
All right, that's too hot. Anything we can do about that heat?
Rick, it's a flamethrower.
In Hard Target, Lance Henriksen's coat accidentally caught fire during the final battle. He stayed in character, calmly ripped it off, and kept the scene going, so the unplanned moment made the final cut.
God damn it, I'm gonna blow it! God damn it, handle!
In John Wick, Viggo's iconic reaction after learning his son had crossed John Wick wasn't fully scripted. Frustrated after multiple takes, Michael let out a genuine sigh, and the filmmakers realized it was the perfect reaction, so they kept it in the movie.
I heard you struck my son.
Because he stole John Wick's car, sir, and killed his dog.
Oh.
In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry and Ron go to Professor Slughorn for an antidote to a love potion. During the scene, Ron falls off a couch he was standing on. This was not in the script, and Rupert Grint legitimately fell over. In Kong Skull Island, one of John C. Reilly's funniest moments came from an outtake.
Keep your eyes open. Up in the trees, too.
What?
Ants. Big ones.
He started making up a ridiculous imaginary creature just to make the cast and crew laugh, and the director loved it so much that the improvised bit made the final cut.
There's one. Sounds like a bird, but it's a fucking ant.
In Scarface, Al Pacino unexpectedly grabbed Michelle Pfeiffer's hat and put it on while she wasn't looking. Her amused reaction was completely genuine, and both actors improvised the playful exchange that made it into the final film.
Would you kiss me if I wear the hat?
No. Playtime is over, okay?
Okay.
In Sicario, Emily Blunt accidentally hit her head while entering the tunnel during the mission. The director felt the real mishap made the scene more authentic, so he kept it in the final film. In Scarecrow, Gene Hackman's sarcastic comment to the waitress was completely improvised on the spot, inspired by his real frustration during the take.
It's your first day?
In Goodfellas, Paul Sorvino unexpectedly slapped Ray Liotta during Paulie's confrontation with Henry after prison. His shocked reaction was completely genuine, and the slap stayed in the final film.
The shit you're gonna tell me, right?
Yeah.
That means anybody.
All right.
Yeah?
Also, when De Niro found out Tommy had been killed, he was supposed to bang the phone, but he kicked the booth so hard that the entire structure unexpectedly came crashing down. In 3 Ages, Buster Keaton attempted a rooftop jump, but came up short, crashing into a brick wall and injuring himself. Instead of discarding the footage, he embraced the real accident and built an even bigger stunt sequence around it for the final film. In The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Ian McKellen was expected to bump into the hanging lanterns and bag end, but then accidentally smacked his head on a low wooden beam. The genuine mishap was so natural and funny that it stayed in the film. Also, that famous knife deflection is entirely real. Lurtz's actor threw the wrong knife instead of the safe prop, which made it quite lucky that Viggo Mortensen successfully deflected it. In Godzilla, the dramatic shot of lightning striking one of the World Trade Center towers wasn't planned. The crew happened to capture the real lightning strike while filming Manhattan, and the incredible footage was kept in the movie. Reynolds has a habit of ignoring the script. From outrageous Deadpool-style jokes to unexpectedly roasting Dwayne Johnson in Red Notice, his ad-libs often ended up stealing the entire scene.
What about we? Why are you wearing the hairnet? You're bald.
Guess I kind of love you, too.
Yeah, now wait a minute, Junior. Stop kissing me.
In Road to Morocco, a camel unexpectedly spat in Bob Hope's face, prompting a genuine burst of laughter from Bing Crosby. The moment was too funny to leave out, so it stayed in the final film.
This is probably one of the... Oh!
What was supposed to be a cheerful little moment for Eddie's alien crewmates quickly turned into total chaos when Gabrielle got a little too excited and accidentally smacked Eddie right in the head.
Yeah, boy, yeah!
Well executed, Captain.
In You Only Live Twice, while everyone in Blofeld's control room remains surprisingly calm, his cat genuinely panics and tries to escape as the set starts shaking. The animal's real reaction wasn't planned, but it was left in the film.
Come with me, Mr. Bond. Third one to base. Locked on target.
In Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone improvised parts of Rocky's conversation with Marie. During one scene, he had no idea the new light bulb would be so bright, so his reaction to the glare was completely genuine.
To get yikes. Bingo.
In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Draco casually eating an apple during the Buckbeak lesson wasn't scripted. Tom Felton had secretly snuck the apple onto the set, and the unexpected moment was funny enough to make the final cut. In Orange County, when Lance jumps into the pool to rescue Sean, he takes off his socks first. The funny little detail wasn't in the script. It was actually suggested by Jack Black's wardrobe assistant and ended up making the final cut.
Sean? Are you okay?
Sean! Sean!
In Scent of a Woman, the moment where Al Pacino falls over a garbage can wasn't planned. The accidental stumble looked so natural that it was kept in the final film.
Colonel?
In Stir of Echoes, Kevin Bacon accidentally kicked a bucket into a window, shattering the glass when it wasn't supposed to. He stayed in character and kept the scene going, so the happy accident was left in the final film. In Scrooged, Bill Murray accidentally slipped and fell while leaving the restaurant after the stairs were left wet. The genuine mishap fit the scene so well that it was kept in the final film. In Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, Mike Myers forgot his scripted dialogue after the guard was killed by the ill-tempered mutant sea bass. He improvised a string of one-liners instead, and the ad-libs ended up in the final film.
Not a good time to lose one's head. It's a shame he wasn't more headstrong. He'll never be the head of a major corporation.
In Starsky and Hutch, Vince Vaughn unexpectedly slapped Snoop Dogg during the golfing scene.
Let me explain something to you, all right?
He slapped the dog shit out of me.
No way.
Nigga on my mama. He slapped the dog shit out of me, so the nigga in me was finna punch him, right? But the actor in me...
In Oppenheimer, the line about Secretary Stimson removing Kyoto from the target list because he honeymooned there wasn't in the script. James Remar added it himself after researching the role, and the improvised line was kept in the final film.
I've taken Kyoto off the list due to its cultural significance to the Japanese people. Also, my wife and I honeymooned there.
In Macbeth, when filming the scorpion scene, Michael Fassbender improvised by putting his hand up Marion Cotillard's dress and didn't tell her beforehand. In Jack Reacher, the car wasn't supposed to stall after crashing into the barrels. Tom Cruise managed to restart it on the spot, and Christopher McQuarrie kept the unplanned moment because it made the chase feel even more tense. In Saw 2, Frankie G improvised a different insult in every take of the exit door scene. The filmmakers picked the funniest version, and that's the one that made it into the final film.
Well, we've established that the macho bullshit approach isn't opening the door.
Look who's talking. The only door you know how to open is between your legs.
In Schindler's List, Schindler accidentally dropped the ring during the emotional "I didn't do enough" scene. The genuine fumble made the moment feel even more powerful, so it was kept in the final film. In Inception, Arthur kissing Ariadne apparently wasn't in the original script, so one wonders what inspired Nolan to give it a shot.
From me? Quick, give me a kiss.
In Psycho 4, The Beginning, Anthony Perkins improvised the moment where Norman rips an apple in half with his hands. The script originally called for him to stab it with a butcher knife, but Perkins felt that was too corny, and his idea made it into the final film.
Ed, are you there?
In John Wick Chapter 3, Mark Dacascos improvised Zero's hilariously awkward fanboy moment by leaning in until his knees touched John Wick's. Keanu Reeves stayed in character throughout, and the director loved the unexpected addition so much that it stayed in the final film. In Passengers, Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence didn't realize their bulky spacesuits made kissing nearly impossible until they were filming the scene. Their genuine reactions to the awkward mishap were so natural that the moment ended up making the final cut. In 1917, the intense trench-line sprint didn't go exactly as planned. George McKay accidentally collided with running soldiers and fell several times, but the camera kept moving as if nothing happened, and the mishaps made it into the final cut. In My Cousin Vinny, the screech owl that wakes Vinny wasn't planned at all. The owl simply wandered onto the set one night, stuck around after being fed, and ended up earning a spot in the movie. Also, when Vinny knocks over Judge Haller's chess pieces was an actual accident on Joe Pesci's part.
Jerry,
In Mr. Deeds, a moment during the mugging scene wasn't supposed to happen. When Deeds grabs Marty, Alan Covert accidentally tripped into some garbage cans and suffered a mild concussion, but the take was still used in the final film. In Manchester by the Sea, the EMTs struggling to get Randy's stretcher into the ambulance wasn't scripted. The mishap happened naturally during filming, and the director kept it because it added to the realism of the scene. In Magic Mike, at one point during Dallas's strip routine, Matthew McConaughey rolls away from the women, grabbing at his crotch. This was a result of the female extras getting too excited and accidentally ripping his G-string. In Loaded Weapon 1, the scene where Dr. Leecher suddenly falls flat on his face wasn't a planned stunt. F. Murray Abraham accidentally fell and hurt himself, but the take was funny enough to make the final cut.
Look who's Mr. Scaredy Pants now.
Identification, please.
In Lethal Weapon 3, Rene Russo improvised one of Lorna Cole's funniest lines. Mel Gibson wasn't expecting it, so Riggs's confused reaction was completely genuine.
Close, Riggs? Close is a lingerie shop without a front window.
In Night and Day, the bulls unexpectedly broke through the fence during a chase scene. The accident looked so good that it made the final cut. In Iron Man, the production relied heavily on improv because much of the script was still evolving during filming.
I didn't approve any shit.
Well, your company did.
Well, I'm not my company.
The movie's now iconic ending, where Tony Stark publicly reveals his identity, was improvised on set by Robert Downey and became one of the most memorable moments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The truth is, I am Iron Man.
In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was supposed to yank a tablecloth and send the entire table setting flying. Instead, he accidentally pulled it off perfectly. In Haywire, Gina Carano was supposed to miss Michael Fassbender with a vase, but accidentally hit him for real. Steven Soderbergh loved the realistic moment and left it in the final film. In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, Stephen Hunter amazingly caught an egg in his mouth on the very first take during the dinner scene. He couldn't repeat the trick afterward, so the filmmakers used that original take in the final movie. In Summer School, the dog crashing the final beach kiss wasn't planned. The unexpected interruption was so charming that the filmmakers left it in the movie. In Rookie of the Year, Henry's mom accidentally smacked her head on an overhead light while celebrating his first run. Amy Morton even started mouthing a swear before the scene cut away, and the hilarious accident was left in the final film.
Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh! Oh!
In Rain Man, the famous phone booth fart scene was completely unplanned. Dustin Hoffman actually passed gas during filming, prompting genuine laughter from Tom Cruise, and the moment ended up in the final movie.
Yeah, Charlie Babbitt, I'll hold.
Fart.
Did you fart, Ray?
Fart.
Did you fucking fart?
Fart.
In Terminator Genisys, J.K. Simmons improvised many of his lines. One unexpected joke caught Arnold Schwarzenegger so off guard that his surprised stare was genuine, and the take was kept in the final film.
That's the new breacher. Big blast, no shrapnel. Blows the door clean off. You know, for people who can't do that themselves.
In Stripes, John Candy improvised, picking up his hair after a haircut and looking completely defeated. The gag made it into the movie.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Shut up! Shut up!
Also, the scene where Bill Murray is loading the rich woman's suitcases into the trunk and he hits himself in the crotch was an accident. Murray really did hit himself in the crotch with the case.
Oh, my balls. Oh, my balls.
In Society of the Snow, Alfredo C. Beals accidentally spilled his beer during a bar scene. The mishap worked so well that it was immediately written into the script and kept in the final film. In Silent Hill, Colin's unsettling tongue flick wasn't scripted. The actor did it as a joke during one take, but the director thought it made the character even creepier and kept the moment in the final film. In Pretty Woman, the famous moment where Edward suddenly snaps the jewelry box shut on Vivian's hand was originally just an on-set prank. Julia Roberts' genuine laugh and surprised reaction were so perfect that the take was kept in. In Home Alone, Ken Campbell accidentally stalled Santa's car while filming because he was still learning to drive a manual transmission. His genuine reaction was so funny that the mishap was kept in. In Grease, Stockard Channing was supposed to throw a milkshake at Frenchie, but instead tossed it at Jeff Conaway out of genuine annoyance. The unexpected change worked so well that they repeated it in later takes and kept it in the final film.
Finish this! To you from me, Pinky Lee!
In Ghost, Demi Moore changed a key moment by rolling a jar down the stairs instead of throwing it against the wall as written in the script. The subtle improv fit her character better and made it into the final film. In G.I. Jane, Viggo Mortensen accidentally threw Demi Moore into a door, causing her to miss the safety pad she was supposed to hit. That's why the scene cuts away so quickly. In Gettysburg, the scene where General Lee is surrounded by cheering Confederate soldiers was reportedly unscripted. The reenactors became so enthusiastic about working with Martin Sheen that the spontaneous moment was filmed and left in the movie. In American Beauty, Kevin Spacey was only supposed to drop a dinner plate, but after several takes, he suddenly hurled it against the wall instead. The actress's shocked reactions were completely genuine. In Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, one of the dancers accidentally clipped Jane Russell's back, knocking her into the pool. It wasn't scripted, but the moment worked so well they kept it in, though the dancer was later fired for trying to claim it was intentional.